अस्सलाम वालेकुम सर जी।
वालेकुम सलाम। आपको रोल नंबर नहीं मिला है मैम?
1717।
अच्छा, उसको रीनेम कर लीजिए मैम अब। हाँ
अच्छी बात जी।
जी 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 जी। और सभी लोग अपने माइक्स म्यूट रखे। रोल नंबर 8, आपका भी माइक खुला है। रोल नंबर 8, योर माइक इज ओपन। शीला कामले मैम, यू आर देयर? हु इज फॉर बायोडेटा रीडिंग नाउ?
Sir, myself, Shivaji Surya.
ओके
हेलो
ओके।
सर।
जी शिवाजी सर, करिए स्टार्ट।
Okay. Good afternoon, everybody. Today, for the afternoon session, we are having the resource person, Dr. AJIT Ramrao THETE. Sir, getting my voice?
जी जी, सर भी ज्वाइन हो गए हैं।
Yes,
शिवाजी
yes.
जी आप
Yes, sir.
करिए।
Yes, sir.
Can I start?
यस यस यस।
Yes, sir. Today, in the afternoon session for short-term course conducted by UGC HRDC, we are having the renowned personality as a resource person in this afternoon session, Dr. Ajit Ramrao THETE sir. Dr. Ajit THETE sir has been awarded educational qualification as BE Civil, Master of Technical Education, Master of Engineering, Master of Business Administration, PhD and Fellow of Institutions of Engineers. He served as a Joint Director in Technical Education in the Department of Higher Technical Education, Government of Maharashtra. He also served positions such as Head of Department in Civil Engineering. He has been Director, First Foundation, Education Consulting and Service Company, and Director to the Center for Development of Leadership in Education. He is a member of 7 professional bodies. He has professional experience of 40 years in teaching, administration, and mentorship for institutional development for quality standards. Presently working for prestigious university and institute in India for faculty development programs, curriculum development, and other quality-driven projects. To mention the few, Jawaharlal Nehru University, New Delhi HRDC, Symbiosis Skill and Professional University, Pune, Symbiosis University of Applied Science Indore, Indira Gandhi Institute of Development Research, a deemed university, Mumbai, Shivaji University, Kolhapur, and Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Marathwada University, Aurangabad, and many group of institutes. Recent projects undertaken by Dr. THETE are that one is 5G technology skill requirement for industries coming under Marathwada Chamber of Industries and Agriculture, Aurangabad. And that GIZ New Delhi, training need assessment of industries in the Marathwada and surrounding regions. He has developed and authored the unique document of quality learning system that is being used for the last 21 years across 1000 plus institutes in the state of Maharashtra. He has authored 5 books and contributed chapter 2 books. He is the first author in India to write book on outcome-based education for higher education. He has 126 research papers in his credit and traveled across Asia and Europe countries as part of academics. He has worked as a member of Task Group, Department of Science and Technology, and Chairman for Strategic Planning, Technical Education, DST Jharkhand. Currently, he is working on different committees and statutory bodies of Government of India and Maharashtra, such as Member CSR Committee on Teachers Education for Government of Maharashtra, Advisory Committee GMNIRD, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Marathwada University, Aurangabad, Member Governing Council for MSME Tool Room, IGTR, GOI Strive, Government ITI, Aurangabad, Evaluation Committee, YCMU, MOU, Nasik, Board of Studies in Universities and Autonomous Institute. He is also a member of the Impartially Committee TUV SUD South Asia, a leading certification, testing, inspection, auditing and training company of Germany. He is the member of the Academic Council, Board of Management and Governing Council for JSPM University, Pune. He is amongst 50 expert faculty members selected across the country to impart training on NEP 2020. He also worked in all types of institutes like universities, conventional colleges, medical colleges, dental colleges, engineering colleges, vocational colleges, pharmacy colleges, and management institute for different quality management projects, inclusive of outcome-based education. His domain of work includes strategic planning and policy design, curriculum design following NEP 2020, project development, curriculum development, outcome-based education, instructional system, design institute and educational design, quality system development, assessment and accreditation, auditing and mentoring, faculty development program, career planning, guidance and counseling, student development program and allied projects. This type of a huge experience having with Dr. THETE sir, and he will address to us for this afternoon session. Welcome sir, on behalf of HRDC Director and Assistant Director of HRDC. Thank you sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Dr. Professor Shivaji sir, for introducing me. Thanks as usual to the my friend colleague Dr. Rafi sir, Assistant Director HRDC, our Director Dr. Patil sir, for inviting me to share with you all. Professors, today's topic which I'm going to share with you, discuss with you, is on the skill development and futuristic technology. Now, when the word futuristic technology has come, obviously one may think that it is only for science and technology. But you are quite aware that the technology education is now becoming for the all domains of faculty, either it's education and liberal art, humanities, or science and technology, or business management, or commerce, or any type of the program as such. And my focus today is on discussing what are the skill development, what are the domains in which the skills are required to be developed among the students, irrespective of the discipline, and coming to the specific to the discipline, and that too with the futuristic technology as such. So my emphasis is more on to discussing these aspects. And as we know that skill development and its intersection with the futurist technology is very important, that nationally and internationally we must follow and practice them into the curriculum. I understand that many of the universities in our country are now in the process of developing the curriculum for NEP 2020, aligning to NEP 2020. And in NEP 2020, one of the component of ability skill development or ability development, skill development, and obviously when we talk about the futuristic technology, futuristic work domain, then these discussions are going to be useful. Now, if you take the focus on the Malviya Mission Teacher Training Program, you all know that the Malviya Mission aims to upskill teachers and prepare them for the digital future of education. We all teachers, I know that it is only because of the time COVID, we have started using online platforms. Many institutions, they were using the LCD projector, PowerPoint presentation, Swayam, and whatnot. But then going beyond that, having a digital literacy among the students has to be a part of the curriculum. And that is what we are going to discuss. And the key focus area is training which covers the technology integration and innovative pedagogies in the 21st century. And obviously, my purpose of this today's discussion is my teacher should be empowered with effective leverage of the technology and be nurtured for the future ready technology which are going to be there across the discipline. That is the major focus of our today's discussion. Now, when we come to the skill development as such, you all know that the major key aspect for the skill development in Indian education system is employability. The employability equipping students with the practical skills to enhance their job prospectus and career opportunities. It is being said and it is being observed. If you refer to many reports, the recent report of India Labour Report published by the Government of India, you will find that only 70 to 75% graduates are taking the education in their profession related, career related. So vocation related skills are very important. And if those skills are lacking, the employability becomes a major problem. So one of the reasons to have the importance of these skill development is the employability. Second is innovations. In every sector, you know that innovation is must. And to have an innovation, we must have a ability to problem solving skills. So skills of solving problems, creativities are very must, and that we need to develop for the students, either student is from humanities or from the education or any discipline of liberal art like economics or psychology as such. Similarly, when we talk of our local, I mean to say a national employment scenario, similarly internationally, when we have to compete globally, the demand is there for the development of skills. So I know that by this time you all must have understood and realized that the skills are essential, and then only it is possible to have an inclusive growth. So we as the teachers, we as a curriculum developer, we as a head of departments, we can definitely work on this particular area to develop the student abilities. If you take the overview of international level documents, you will find that the UNESCO framework outline the global guidelines for skill development, emphasizing on lifelong learning and skills for the 21st century. So it's not only India needs skills, but globally the skills are demanded. Even when you see the skill strategy, which focus more on to the what are the market needs. Suppose my student of psychology, or my student of languages, my student of political science, or my student of commerce, BBA, when you go into the world of work, what are those skills are required? Knowledge is one part. You know that learning takes place in 3 domains of learning. A cognitive domain, which is related to the intellectual ability of the students, and the psychomotor domain, which is related with the skills, the motor skills. If I'm a commerce graduate, I must have an accounting skills. I must have a skills of solving using different software to solve the accounting problems, and must be able to use different softwares, including advanced Excel like that. So for the labor market need, taking one example, you can understand. Even the World Bank skill development reports talk about that there is a lot of need to invest in the skill development, because skill development is going to be a capital for the student and for any nation for the economic development as such. And hence, entire Europe, entire world is now talking about the skill development, and skill development. So is to say that we all have to develop among the students the gap between education and employability. This is a major task. And of course, as I mentioned you in the beginning, the National Education Policy Framework is now bringing into the component like experiential learning, skill development courses, ability enhancement courses, and at the same time, internships to the students. Means we have to incorporate, we have to inbuilt the part of the skill into the curriculum, not only in the content part, but in the delivery. Our pedagogy has to be into that, isn't it? So in that race, we have to focus on the how the relevant skills, as I mentioned you, either is a graduate of arts faculty or commerce faculty or science and technology faculty, we have to understand what are the relevant skills that are required. No doubt, I have a list of that skill, but we have a limit of 3 hours, and 3 hours we have to cover these both the aspect, the skill development aspect, at the same time futuristic technology from all discipline point of view. But we will of course going to discuss few very important or few examples of the skill development as such. And to have this, the practical applications, as I told you, giving project-based learning, and having the more and more internship to the students and making them real life world, interacting, giving them problem. So skill development has to bring into in our teaching learning process. And that, and not only that, to have that, we have to have in our student adaptability skills. Because I remember once upon a time, we were talking about the computer skills. Every graduate should have a computer skills. And in many states, like in state of Maharashtra, MSCIT course like was developed to develop the basic skills on the computer. But in the current stage, if you find now going beyond computer, lot of digital literacy is required, using different software, and with the emergence of artificial intelligence, we need to use different softwares and hardwares. So to bridge the gap between education and employability, we all teachers, we universities and we institutions have to make a lot of attempt at different level so that skills are developed into the students. The few which are the generic skills which need to be developed among all type of the students are analytical thinking. Now we know you are also experiencing, and I know that my all professors who have joined for this short-term training program, they come from different demography. Few of you are from the remote place, few of you are from the rural area, some are from semi-urban, urban and metro city. Not that your location of the institute, but students coming to your institute are also coming from different demography. Having known that, and when we look to the future of these students, because every student, either they want to become an entrepreneur or they want to develop in their career in some specialized field, or even they want to join a public administration services. Irrespective of the discipline, we need to develop among the student analytical thinking skill. We need to develop how to solve the complex problem. This skill is very important, so that when given the situation, student will be able to solve the problems and come out with a wise decision. This is to be developed. And obviously, one teacher like you and me has to plan a strategy that, depending upon the programs offered by the institute, the nature of the target group, we have to plan into developing a strategy. But this skill is very important. Similarly, coming to the creative solution, one also have to have a thinking of out-of-box solutions. Out-of-box solutions are very important. And as I said, to develop an adaptive skill, lifelong learning skills are very important. So we as the teachers, we as an institution, if we expect, and as we know that the student and their parents and society expect that students should start his own enterprise or should get a job, should be employable, these skills need to be developed among the student. Next category of the skills that need to be developed is fostering collaboration and communication skill. In the today's world, we know that the nature of work is a very interdisciplinary and multidisciplinary in nature. When we work, as even you are experiencing that you are working in one institute. When you are working in one institute and working in one department, unless and until we follow the teamwork spirit, the norms of teamwork, and we develop and encourage collaboration among our faculty, similarly, we also need to develop students the ability to work in a team. So is to say that the interpersonal skills need to be developed, active listening skill to be developed. There are going to be a conflict. Conflict need to be resolved, and that skills to be developed. So when we talk about skill development part of that, apart from the domain related skill, like as I mentioned about the accounting skills or using software skills, immediately we also require our student to develop the collaborative skills, the interpersonal skills, and the skills to have a active listening amongst the group. And for that, obviously one have to have in any situation the effective presentation skill. When we work, it may be a small communication, it may be a verbal communication, it may be a written communication, but that communication must be an effective communication. So in the today's world, you will find there's more emphasis on the presentation. Whatever information is there, what type of the mode of presentation you are using, what type of media of presentation you are using. So having known the student having a effective oral communication, speaking skill, similarly, writing skills need to be developed. And this will going to be developed. This is going to enhance their future work, because future work, as you are now experiencing, as even I go to many places across the country, and I find I have seen remote places, I have seen rural places, I have seen metro places. But today, one thing which I have seen commonly is that the today's younger generation is very well aware about the new things which are coming, new initiatives that are taking, but we need to transform those into the tangible input so that they can really work in the world of work successfully. And hence, how is fostering the empathy, having a sensitivity towards the culture, and to ability to communicate amongst the course is very important for our student to develop. And hence, the student to be developed into these all type of the processes as such. And that is why we have to prepare students for the evolving job market. As I mentioned you in the beginning, it's not only science and technology, but in all fields, we require flexibility, we require lifelong learning, we require entrepreneurial ability among the students, and of course, one should have a technology fluency. Technology fluency doesn't mean that it is only related to the domain specific, like I mentioned about. But now, irrespective of the discipline, having the technology fluency is going to be very important. So digital skills, computer skills, and the emerging tools like AI, artificial intelligence, which is coming up, our student must be properly trained into that. And for that, our teacher must also get trained into this aspect. Now, when we talk about the interdisciplinary skills into the student as a part of skill development, we really want a student that developing the interdisciplinary. As I mentioned you, nowadays if you are a commerce graduate, you go and work in industry. If you are a science graduate, you go and work in the field of agriculture. So a student of especially liberal arts, he work across the domain. He go in public service.
I think sir is left. Am I audible?
सरला काय प्रॉब्लेम आहे वाटते ते बंद केलेले आहेत कॅमेरा आणि व्हिडिओ
अमोल सर
वेट करा सर सरांचं डिस्कनेक्ट झालं असेल
ओके ओके
I think connection was lost.
Sir, we are not getting audio and video also. Is there any technical assistant to resolve the problem?
सर वेट कीजिए 5 मिनट्स.
Okay.
Dear Professor, welcome back. I'm really very sorry. There was some connectivity problem in the place where I'm sitting for the delivery right now. I'm in the remote place, but I don't know, somehow we are not able to connect with you. Now, am I audible? And can you see this slides?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah. Please excuse me. Yeah, please excuse me. So when we talk about these interdisciplinary and multidisciplinary approaches, here we need to have a multiple skills, as I mentioned to you. Our student must be taught to the importance of interdisciplinary and multidisciplinary skills. Okay, that, as I mentioned to you, the student of say a language, he go and work in a IT industry. So this multidisciplinary approach, similarly take another example that a computer science student is working for the development of software for certain business activity, for some commerce. So mean to say that our student must be developed a overall scope, a ability to work in a different type of these skills. So my student of arts, commerce, and science, they must be taught in dealing with the different aspects. Similarly, as I mentioned you, critical thinking and effective communication and collaboration is important, and student must develop into that area. Irrespective of the discipline, this is the one more skill set which we need to develop. My dear professor, you may agree with me that till today doesn't mean I mean to say immediate today, but our focus earlier was more on development of knowledge, which we call the cognitive skills, intellectual ability. But it is observed that for the successful work, we required add-on activities, add-on abilities. So the ethical reasoning and decision making, our student must be developed and taught to have and follow the moral framework, social responsibility, the professional integrity. And whenever he or she works in this organization, we have to blend our curriculum in such a fashion that while developing a domain knowledge, these skills also need to be developed into the aspect in the students. And in that line, we have to focus, as I mentioned to you, on the different cross-functional skills, lifelong mindset, and innovative problem solving among the student as such. Now, the key principles and objectives of all these is continuous learning and upskilling are critical for adapting to the rapid technological advancement, because every employment is dependent upon that. And that is why, to you and me as a teacher, our curricula should equip students with the skills and knowledge demanded by the employers in the digital age. We are talking about the digital age. Means if my student of language, how does digital is related to that? My student of commerce and business, my student of humanities, and along with that, the innovative and creative abilities that we need to develop. Now, the futuristic technology. My dear professors, henceforth, whatever slides I'm going to present is on the skill development along with the futuristic technology. So we have to talk about, we have to see, and we have to think while observing these slides in such a fashion that how the technology is going to intervene in our day-to-day work, every of our student. When we talk about the future technology, there are 4 aspects. Imagine the future. We have to, the futuristic technology explores innovative concept and advancement that have a potential to shape our future. Keep in mind, my dear professors, we have to focus and understand its application irrespective of the different program. Then in doing so, equally we have to see there is a potential, a transformative potential is there, because these technologies like artificial intelligence, AR, VR, okay, which we are going to see just now, and many more, they are going to bring lot of revolution in our lives. Not only in our case, in the healthcare technology, in our business, in our activities. And hence, technologies have the potential to address pressing global, such as climate, resources scarcity, and all these things. That is why the futuristic technologies are important to all of us, irrespective of the disciplines. And obviously, when we talk about a futuristic technology, ethical considerations are very important, because it is crucial to address the ethical importance and societal impact of these technologies responsibly. I know that many of you must have read many articles that with the evolution of artificial intelligence, what sort of ethical problems may be raised. And hence, when we are talking about different types of the technology, now, when we talk on this aspect, obviously we want that the activity which you are doing has got to work with the emerging trends. These are the few emerging trends. Artificial intelligence. The artificial intelligence is rapidly evolving and transforming various industries, from healthcare to finance. Even finance also we are using artificial intelligence. Renewable energies. The shift towards sustainable energy sources is driving innovations in the renewable energy technology. So again, either it is a commerce, science, or humanities will have to work having these technologies and skills related to that. Biotechnology is another emerging trend, which is going to develop genetic engineering. Okay. Please mute your mic, please.
या
Mic
पोरीसाठी सांगितलं होतं तुम्हाला चेक करायला लावलं होतं मग तुम्ही.
So the biotechnology and genetic engineering, which holds very immense potential, not only in the healthcare, not only in medicine, but agriculture. My dear professors, our students are, as I told you, I have shown you the slide of multidisciplinary approach, interdisciplinary approach. Our students are going to work in a different disciplines. So they must know equally what is the biotechnology effect on the medicines and agriculture. Nanotechnology, the development of materials and devices which are of a nanoscales, which nanomedicines are there. So a lot of things. So we have to develop the skills in the different area. And obviously, quantum computing is the one technology which is coming up, which promises the scientific research, the speed, the data, the amount of data, the amount of analysis which is going to be there, which is going to help us not only in the research, in the drug discovery, but also in artificial intelligence, in data sciences. All this quantum computing is going to be important. So as a part of a open elective or elective courses, you have to think about these courses to dip into the part of the students. Now let us take first 9 trends. As I told you in the beginning, I'm going to discuss to you about the futuristic technology. And my dear professors, I'm also going to discuss about what are those futuristic technology which are applicable to language learning. What are those technologies which are going to be evolved, used in commerce and business management, which are those futuristic technology which are going to play vital role in humanities like economics, geography, history, and so on to so on. So what I think, we as a professor having the knowledge of the, yes, please. Yeah. So in this context, we have to work on to that. Now see, the trend one is on artificial intelligence and machine learning. Here, the artificial systems can learn, reason, and make decisions, automating tasks and enhancing human capabilities. These are the cognitive abilities inbuilt in the artificial intelligence. And hence, we need to teach our students the artificial intelligence application to the respective field. As I told you, either it's commerce and business management, in languages, in science and technology, but this is the new trend which is coming in the aspect, and we need to develop the skills among the student. Data analysis and insight. The machine learning algorithms, we need to teach our student how the machine learning algorithm, how the Python language is used for machine learning, so that we can analyze vast database to identify the patterns, trend, and enabling our business to make better decisions. These are the core skills now, my dear professors. These are very important skills, and as an artificial intelligence, the skills of data analysis and the insight into that is going to be very importantly done. And that's why we have to go into the development of these skills. Personalized experiences. AI powers personalized recommendation and services tailored to individual preferences, enhancing user experience. That you must be nowadays trying to do with ChatGPT. Many of you must be using ChatGPT. So by using ChatGPT like one of the AI tool, we can go for a personalized experiences. And now only we'll find n number of, I will deal with that if time permits on different AI tools as such, but on this we'll have to focus into our student development. And obviously, when artificial intelligence is there, artificial intelligence driven automation can streamline the process, reduce human error, not human, and improve the overall productivity. So we all teachers with a respective discipline, we need to do a research, we need to review the literature and see what are the applications are there, because the futuristic technology, one of the area in which artificial intelligence is going to be very well. And definitely, as I mentioned to you, the machine learning, the deep learning, the subfield of machine learning that uses artificial neural work, which compete to understand the process of human languages, how the knowledge will be interpreted. And that's why one should have a computer vision as such. Second trend is Internet of Things and connecting to the different devices. You must have heard about the smart cities. You must have heard about robotics. You must have heard about industrial automation. So my dear professor, this is going to be the new trend in the information, in the technology. And already in our India, IoT, Internet of Things, which is there with a connected devices. You all know that 5G technology is there, which has increased the speed. So IoT device can connect and share the data, and we can really connect the ecosystem for not only industry, but for the homes, urban environment, and this will increase the automation efficiency and convenience. Say, for example, my student is working in the field of marketing. By using IoT, Internet of Things, he can share the data and he can create an interconnected system to understand the business trend and accordingly take the decision so that the efficiency can be developed. Similarly, nowadays only, the IoT enables the monitoring and control of the different processes, not only industry, but even agricultural processes, even land management, water management processes, even the managing of the market goods, which is used in the logistics in the retail management. So the Internet of Things are like, for example, you must have seen on the television that when we go with the retail management or when we go with the logistic management, how suppose there is one mall or there is a retail management company, how he or she comes to know that the particular X atom demand is increasing or the demand is decreasing. So all this is now part of an industrial automation, and that's why our student must be taught into that. And obviously, when we talk about the Internet of Things, it requires a lot of massive data analysis. And that's why providing the insight on the decision making based upon the various data is important to us. So this trend too, which is equally applicable to the all domains, because every time, as you must be thinking, I'm also thinking that if I am talking or discussing on any topic of, say, technology, I must think that what's its application and use to my student in their profession, in their enterprise. And that is where the discussions are very important to us. So we have a Internet of Things, we have a connected devices with the internet, we have a data communication, and we can use into that about different smart cities into that. Third is blockchain and distributed ledger technology. Now, again, the blockchain is empowering to decentralize the system so that we can eliminate the in-between people who are working, to maintain the transparency and trust. And that's why the blockchain and distributed ledger technology is used, where there can be a secure transaction. Nowadays, you go with you use GPay, you use PhonePe, you use even sometimes online payment or online purchase. All there we use the blockchain mechanism. So a cryptographic blockchain mechanism ensures security, and it helps to have a immutability of a transaction, making suitable for financial and other applications. And that's why whenever we talk about supply chain management or digital identity and authentication, the blockchain plays very important. So our student, as I again telling you, should given with respect to their domain, because this is the blockchain and distributed ledger technology is the new one which is coming. Wherever there is an issue of technology, wherever there is an issue of security, secure transaction, there is a transparency, we go for the blockchain technology as such. Then comes quantum computing and cryptography. I know that this word may be new to my professor. Maybe I'm using the word. My professors for commerce and business management and liberal arts, education, languages. But dear professors, this is going to be a very important for us in the time to come. Because the quantum computer utilize superpositions and it performs calculation at a very unprecedented speed. And that is where our student. Now, if I'm thinking as a language, how it can be used, the language. Now, many times we talk about translation of German language into English language. For example, French into the German. Example I'm taking, or else you must have seen the nowadays cell phones are there. In that cell phone, you can translate, Google language. You can translate one language to another language. So, but it must match with the speed and all these things. So the quantum computing can take this part into that, which is obviously going to be used in the drug discovery also, in the material science also, where we can use this potential for drug delivery, quantum computing, because they need to use different data. Huge data is to be analyzed. And that's why we go for with the quantum computing as such. The next trend of technology is augmented and virtual reality. Immersive experience. The AR and VR technologies create immersive experience that blend the real and digital worlds, enhancing not only entertainment, education, and it also training, and you can really work into this particular, even majority of the simulations, business simulations, they are now being used with the artificial technology, artificial intelligence, and similarly augmented and virtual reality, so that you can see how things could look like. As you can see from the picture, that you can see how the picture can be a bit larger and how it can be seen, so that virtual thinking is possible. Virtual reality can be think of that, and that you must be observing whenever cartoon pictures are filmed. Not forget about cartoon picture. Nowadays, even Marathi, Hindi, and different languages are coming with the application of virtual realities and augmented reality. And this AR and VR enables interactive application in gaming, in healthcare, in design, in manufacturing, and in management. And that's why we need to work on to this aspect to be very importantly. So a simulated environment and creating an engaging and interactive experiences is very important. And this technology is, you can visualize these from these diagrams, these pictures which I have shown you, which overlays digital information onto the real world, enhancing user interaction and understanding. Because many times we don't get picture, we don't get an idea about from the small thing. But you can see, say for example, you can augment the environment, the particles in the environment to see their effect. But if you see, as you know that by the naked eyes, you cannot see the tiny particles which are there in the environment. But if you use the augmented realities and a virtual reality, you can find that what is the number and how they are affecting, where they are affecting. Means to say that the augmented reality overlays the digital information onto the real world. And as I said to you, has got the application in e-commerce, in trading, and healthcare as such. Another booming technology, the futuristic technology. And every time when I say of technology, we as a teachers, we have to identify that what knowledge one should have. Because now, why it is called because therein we have to understand that this solar energy, wind energy, hydropower energy, and bioenergy. Today we are using this to a very limited scope, limited applications. Many of you must be knowing that the airport is totally on the solar energy. All solar. There is no any hydropower or wind energy or any other type of the energy. Only solar energy is there. Means to say that to my student of commerce and business management, science and technology, and even liberal art, they must know that this is the future technology. We are going to get opportunities to get ourselves employment or business into that, and accordingly one should develop skills into the different level of renewable energy and sustainability, right from marketing, research, business, development, production, maintenance, innovations. So all these are possible. We can develop a multiple application. That's why a creativity is there. To have a creativity, problem solving is essential, and then only we can go with a innovation into that particular area. So we as an institution, we have to focus on this renewable energy, which is used that how we can harness the wind power to generate, how we can capturing the sunlight to produce clean energy, and how the hydropower can be done with a flow of water with a more efficient as such. The next futuristic technology, I'm going to bombard you with not less than 12 to 15 technologies, my dear professors. Here to all of us is very important that how we use this information. As I know the professors are from different discipline, but to me as a teacher, every slide I find that how I can use this as a information to the student for empowering student, and even for the different respective domain to develop domain related skills. So biotechnology and genetic engineering, those who are from the region of Marathwada, and especially very well known to Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Marathwada University, you have a very excellent laboratory and research facility in the University on Genetic Engineering and Biotechnology. And they are playing very significant role. In future, we are going to use this for gene editing. Gene editing has got to play a role not only in the human development, but also in the plant species and agriculture. For personalized medicine, when we talk about artificial intelligence, in case of artificial intelligence, obviously we required to have a knowledge of a additional biotechnology and genetic engineering, so that the personalized medicine approach, which will help in treating the individuals, a unique genetic profile, because we have observed that the one medicine which is applicable to X patient is not applicable to Y because their genes are different. And now there is a lot of research is being done, not only research, but a lot of products are there into the market, which talks on the gene editing, personalized medicine, and of course, we talk about synthetic biology, designing and engineering new biological system. Okay, so we can produce biofuels. We can have a cleaning pollutants. So for that, the synthetic biology area is coming. So our student, as I told you, the student of science has got different type of the opportunity, different type of skill set, and the difference of commerce and graduate has got a different type of skill set into this particular area. So gene editing, personalized medicine, and pharmaceuticals, in this area, we can use our student into that. And obviously, the nanotechnology is the area in which we work into that. Next trend is autonomous vehicles and mobility solutions. When Dr. Rafe sir told me, sir, you have to conduct one session on skill development and futuristic technology. Since I'm continuously working with HRDC, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar University, please mute your mic, please. So when this topic was given to me well in advance, I went through the document of University Grant Commission, Malviya Mission for Teacher Training. And there I observed that, yes, this is a futurist technology, and one of the objective of such a session, as I mentioned you, is empowering our teachers to make them know so that they can visualize, they can innovate, and they can do as a research. So is to say, you must have heard about Google car, autonomous vehicle. So automated driving is one of the area where self-driving cars are relied totally on sensors, cameras, and AI, artificial intelligence, to navigate road autonomously, potentially reducing accident and traffic congestion. See, this is the future. So there is an application to a field. Now, one example is driving. Autonomous trucking. Autonomous trucks can transport goods and efficiency and safety over long distances, optimizing logistics and reducing transportation cost. This is important for my student of commerce and business management. They must know that this is going to be a future technology. So one part of this technology is a scientific part, and another part is a operational skills. What type of operational management? What type of the logistic management? What type of transportation management has to be done into that? Not only that, we have to have an air mobility. Nowadays, you know very well that autonomous drones are there. Drones, every one of you must have seen drones. And now these drones are used for agricultural, they are used for defense personnel. So in many areas, we are using that. Our student, again, I am telling you, irrespective of discipline, must know that these are the autonomous vehicles. And this trend is going to become, and this autonomous vehicle integrated into smart transportation system, optimizing traffic flow and improving overall mobility. So to us, to my every student, might be that I'm again and again repeating or emphasizing that these technologies should not be only known to this science student, but also to the all discipline student, because their business, their employment is to be going to face or going to come across these technologies into that. And that is where sometime before we talk about the robotics and automation. When we talk about the autonomous vehicle, that autonomy has generated from the robotics and automation. there is an industrial automation. You must have seen that entire manufacturing, entire logistic, entire warehouse, everything is improved, is now based upon the robotics and automation. If you see, there are very high-tech warehouses where the truck is coming with the goods, and these goods are lifted by the robots, and they are placed with the autonomous vehicle to the respective programmable vehicle to the respective places, respective stack. This is a technology, and this technology is going to be there. Not only that, there are service robotics in the healthcare, in the customer service to enhance. You must have seen that nowadays for knee surgery, lot of robots are used, not only knee surgery, for eye surgery, many surgery. So in healthcare, in production, in customer service, and many places we go. And obviously, nowadays we go for human-robot collaboration. So robot humans performing a very complementary task and enhancing the overall productivity. Something which is very difficult for human to do that, the robot can do this, and this will definitely going to be add to that. And these all artificial intelligence and machine learning Can you see the slides? Hello?
No,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay,
No,
because
sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
I'm
No,
a-
sir.
Just
now,
see.
yeah. Because there was some network connection problem. So we have to understand that this cyber security, because whatever data is encrypted and protected, and whatever threat detection is there, and all this, so the futuristic technology is going to work more on cyber security and data privacy. So obviously, blockchain technology is the technology which is used in some of the applications of the cyber security as such and data privacy. So the future technology is on strong encryption of algorithms and security protocols, which are crucial for protecting sensitive data. Okay, so that the unauthorized access should not be there. Cyber attack should not be there, because once we become digitally, you find that we talk about artificial intelligence, we talk about block technology, we talk AI and VR, or in general, we talk about digital skills or digital ecosystem. That time, this cyber security become very important. And hence, the threat detection, we require advanced security system. And that's why AI-powered tools are employed to detect and respond to cyber threats in real time. Now you will find the change. The change that has happened practically in last 1 decade is cyber security with AI. And that AI is making, and that's why if you know one example, those who are frequently flying on the airport, or about 30 to 35 airport, now there is a scanner. Okay, there's a Digi Yatra scheme is there. And from that Digi Yatra, one need not carry a boarding pass with you. But if you register on Digi Yatra, if you scan your boarding pass, you did not require to show a boarding pass. See the security. I'm talking to you about the security where artificial intelligence is used with the cyber security, where the data, nobody should enter. Because you have seen, you have heard about somebody is traveling on somebody's name. One example I'm giving you. So that type of the cyber security can also be judged into this aspect. So cyber security and data privacy into that. And that's why our student must know about the different protocols and have a good awareness about this. So data encryption, how to go for firewall management, what should be the security audits to be conducted, and privacy policy. There are nowadays ISO standard for ensuring cyber security. So it is because of the digital network, it has become very important, and it has become one of the common area irrespective of any technology application. Whenever internet-based, network-based application of technology is there, we go with this particular aspect, and we go what all these aspect as such. Friends, we doesn't stop there. As I told you, again I'm going back. Till here, I told you about 9 trends in the technology. I'm going to talk to you more about this technology, and we'll see how this technology, and not only these 9 technologies only, but there are many more technologies which are now going to come. And one is futuristic transportation and mobility. Hyperloop, you must have heard. Nowadays in India, we are trying to go for all these things. You must be very proud to know that. Hyperloop, high-speed transportation system that uses vacuum tubes to propel pods at high speeds. This is the futuristic technology. And you know that the one Hyperloop, which is going to establish a Hyperloop train between Mumbai and Ahmedabad. Okay, lot of discussions and things are going on into that. So Hyperloop, see, why new technology is there? One, to me and you as a researcher, as a teacher, we must know that how these new technologies are coming up, how they are emerged. Here we understand the need of a time. Okay, need of a time. And from the need of the time, not so the high-speed transportation system, which can be properly used for different transportation. Today we talk about human transportation, goods transportation, military transportation, so many ways we can use into that. Autonomous vehicle, which already we talk about, and obviously the new experiment which is going, and already it is in existence, that electric aircraft. So that these electric aircraft will, this will add to have a more sustainable and alternate to the traditional aircraft. A very, very cleaner, because right nowadays we know that the type of pollution which happened with the current aircraft is huge. So instead of with getting traditional aircraft, now we are going and trying for the electric aircraft is the new technology. In addition to that, big data and analytics. Big data and analytics process, which I mentioned to you when I say about cloud computing. When I talk about cloud computing, whenever I talk about artificial intelligence, all this we require a big data energy. So what is the concept of big data is from the various sources. We need to not only store that, but we have to manage that vast data. We have to secure that data and use that data for some meaningful information. So now, just sometime before we were talking about in one of the discussion about the security. Now, from security, from national security point of view, if you think we require huge data across the boundaries of the country, and that has to be collected, stored, properly analyzed, and can be visualized into that. So that data visualization and all this, it requires big data and analytics. Not so we have to understand. So it is used in business, it is used in science. So the data analytic process itself, deploying it, the research, understanding the business, exploring the data, preparing the data format, moderating the data and modeling it as per the requirement, and evaluating the data. So this type of the activities are going to be there. And that's why huge data which is required. If we talk once upon a time, we used to talk about supercomputers. And not only supercomputer, now you just think about the technology which we are dealt with. They are collecting huge data. Now, when huge data is there, the analysis, the speed is important, data proper collection, sources, its analysis is important. So all this future technology is going to work into this aspect. And that's why we students, our graduates also have to have the computational thinking as such. The computational thinking need to develop whenever we talk about any technology as such. So breaking down the complex problem, pattern recognition, abstraction, algorithm design. You know, I understand many of you have done your PhD. So whatever during your PhD and your research work, the way you used to work, similarly, when you are using technology, you are developing technology, or you are making an application of available technology in your environment, you have to go with a computational thinking skills, where these 4 stages are very important. These skills need to be developed among the students so that they can very importantly work into that. And that's why sometime in the beginning, I mentioned you a problem solving skills, a creativity, thinking out of box, and innovations are important because we must be able to visualize. And with the help of different technology, AR, VR, we can augment the reality. We see the virtual realities, how it will look like. And that is how we can work and do some abstract meaning out of that activity. Now, I'm coming to the specific to my students of commerce and business management. Commerce and business management. The slide till computer thinking. This slide was a transition from technologies, the futuristic technologies in general, having application in multiple activities, science and technology, in commerce and business, and even, one second, give me 1 sec. मॅडम मी लेक्चर मध्ये आहे तुम्हाला कॉल करतो आय विल कॉल बॅक आय मीन लेक्चर so that this was the transition between these 2 methods, 2 transition. As a teacher, empowering ourselves with what are the future skill requirement based upon the future technology and in your application think into that. Skills to the different disciplines, and to which I'm talking about emerging trends in business and commerce. There's a digital transformation, e-commerce and omni-channel, data-driven decision-making, and sustainable business practices. Now, the emerging trend, you know that the business are embracing digital technology to optimize operation, enhance customer experiences, and gain competitive edge. You know, today, lot of, like Swiggy, Zomato, Amazon, Flipkart, so many. I'm just giving you one example. One example. Not only that, the last week I was traveling in the remote area where I have seen one app developed by local grocery shop, and they are using these digital transformation tools. So when we talk about the emerging trends in the business and commerce, digital transformation is technology, digital technology. Obviously, AI will be there. E-commerce, online shopping continues to grow. And you know that businesses are creating similar shopping experiences across the multiple channels. This technology is there. Our students need to train not only on the use of these tools, these channels, but also to develop these, because each business commerce is different. Can my student participate as a team for developing such type of tools? That we have to think on the longer background. And that's why the analytics, data analytics have to think about, so that they can gain the insight on the data and information decision making and driving the growth. And these practices are very important because we go for a eco-friendly practice, reducing waste and promoting the social responsibility. So the future technology which is going to be there has, will you please mute yourself? One delegate, please mute your mic. So then coming to the next, the role of artificial intelligence in economics, psychology, and history. You must be maybe surprised. Economics, artificial intelligence can analyze vast amount of economic data to identify trends, predict market resource allocation. AI-powered algorithms can automate tasks like portfolio management, risk assessment, and improving efficiency and accuracy. See the role of futuristic technology in economics. I have given one example limiting to today's tasks. So my student of, not only the student of economics, but student of commerce and management and student of science and technology will understand the power of artificial intelligence in different domains. So we, by using artificial intelligence, can analyze vast amount of economic data to identify the trend, resource allocation. I talked to you sometime before about managing the any retail market or retail shop or mall as such. For that, AI is used, so that optimized resource allocation is possible. So economics is look into that. I have given one example. There are multiple examples in the same. Psychology. Artificial intelligence can be used in mental health application such as chatbot therapy and personalized treatment plans. AI-powered tools can analyze human behavior, identify patterns, and assist with diagnosis and intervention. See the importance. See the futuristic technology. I know in psychology right now, we are using different tools, different instruments to analyze, study, or measure different attributes, different required domains. But now, with the help of artificial intelligence, we are going beyond that, and AI can use in mental health application. And we have a personalized treatment plan. We understand might be a clinical counseling or career counseling or any for that counseling which is required. We need to understand the student, the target group, the people, and that's why this is going to be important. And we can analyze the human behavior, identify the patterns, so my students can understand, they can develop. So we need to develop, understand this future technology into that. History. AI can analyze historical text and data to discover hidden patterns. Nowadays, in NEP 2020, we talk about Indian knowledge system. We talk about Indian history past, which can be used. There is a many, I was told that there are many areas which are yet to find the development. So hidden things are there. So we can create timelines and we can generate new insights. See, important part of artificial intelligence alone in subject like history. So what I understand, and you may also realize by this time, this futuristic technology is going to change the work style, the roles of our graduates when they will go in the world of work. AI-powered tools can assist historians in research and interpretation in uncovering new perspective and narratives. That is very important. So the artificial intelligence, virtual reality, augmented reality, all these are not only requiredly used, efficiently used, and they are used in the subject like economics, psychology, and history. And that's why we as a teachers, we need to incorporate this as a part of curriculum, or else at least add as a value addition course to the student and also develop the skills into this area. Now, I talk you sometime about big data analytics. Now, I just try to analyze how these big data analytics and their applications in economics, psychology, and history. I've taken an example for that matter. The economists utilize big data analytics to understand consumer behavior, market trend, and macroeconomics factors. This data-driven approach allows for more accurate forecasting and informed decision-making. See, my dear professors, and those are especially from economics. Some time ago, some of you might have found, yeah, this big data analytics and all is for only science and technology. But now see, you as a researcher, you as a teacher can visualize that how this big data analytics can use in the application in the economics. Psychologists employ big data analytics to study large data sets of human behavior, identifying patterns and trends that can be used to improve mental health, interventions and research. Generally, we talk about post-COVID days. And in post-COVID days, it is been said about the change in the human behavior pattern, the human mental health pattern. Now, when we have to take certain intervention into that, we require big data. And that's why in psychology also it is used. The historian use big data analytics to analyze vast historical archives, uncover hidden connections, and create comprehensive narratives. This data-driven approach enhances research and interpretation. Means the futuristic technology is not to say that our jobs will be reduced, but productivity, new decision-making, future decision-making, future perspective, efficiency, and human development can be think of that. Virtual and augmented reality in research and presentation. As I mentioned you sometime before, the virtual and augmented reality can create immersive environment for research, explore distant galaxies, or conduct experiment in a virtual setting. See the advantage. Virtual reality and augmented reality enhance presentation by engaging audience in interactive experiences, bringing abstract concept to life and facilitating collaborative learning. So this AR and VR has got application in history, it has got in economics, it has got in psychology, and different in sociology. And here I have taken some example. But you will find that this futuristic technology is not only for science, and that's why University Grant Commission planning such type of the interactive sessions technology as such. Blockchain technology. Blockchain technology can rationalize economic system by enabling decentralized transactions and reducing reliance on intermediaries. As we discussed sometime before, not only that, there can be transparency into that, increasing trust and accountability in economic and social system. Nowadays, all digital, we say that digital has got to the remote area. Government of India is doing lot of efforts, and already they have done lot of more applications in the development of the digital system. So because of the blockchain, these economic and social systems are developed with a trustworthy and with an accountability. See the advantage. The government of India is one of the, and sometimes one of the country in the entire world practicing digital skill at such a large level. And not only that, they are using blockchain technology, my dear professors. And for that, we have to understand into that. And hence, as we know that, as we discuss, we can have lot of security when you is into that. And we can use variety of innovations in the finance, in supply chain management, and doing lot of business and industries as such. Now, when I talk about cybersecurity, consideration for different professionals, economics, psychologists, and historian. Many of you might be thinking, why sir has choose only these three areas? I thought, let us have some one or two, like areas in which you should have a concrete discussion. Otherwise, it become a very theoretical lecture, and I don't want theoretical lecture. I want you to give you some real example real world practices so that you can realize and you can appreciate this futuristic technology. The economics, of course, data breaches, financial frauds, and intellectual property theft. In economics, the cyber security help us in this area. For psychology, patient data privacy is important. Online harassment and cyberbullying. Because of the cyber security, we can stop online harassment and cyberbullying, and we can have a patient data privacy can be maintained. And for the historian, the digital archive security, the manipulation of the historical record data and online misinformation can be significantly reduced or totally reduced. Zero effect can be possible into the cyber security. Automation. See, for the commerce, business, management, economics, everywhere, automation. Repetitive and routine tasks such as data entry, analysis, they are automated, freeing up professionals to focus on higher levels. Of course, professionals need to upskill their jobs, their skill sets, and landscape acquiring new skills such as artificial intelligence and digital communication. And obviously, this is going to give the new job opportunity. Very important, dear professor, to all of us, that our student, because by this time you must have realized that irrespective of discipline, this technology is being used. And hence, to prepare our student for futuristic technology, we need to develop this automation in creating new job roles, in AI development, cyber security, in data science, and opening new areas into that. Here, we know that in the business, we also use different digital collaboration tools. We have a video conferencing, we have project management platforms, we have cloud storage and collaboration, we have instant messaging. Now, these are new technology. I will not say these are the futuristic technology, but these are the emerging technology which are being used. And we as the teachers, we are interacting on occasion of this short-term development program, we need to understand that these technology skills need to be developed among the students, because as now we are doing as if like a video conferencing, the online lecturing, tools like Zooms that we are using, student must be having skills into that. Many projects are work on the platform like Asana, Trello, and even Teams, which enable team to track progress, assigning tasks, and manage workflow. So all our students are going to work on this technology. And obviously, a lot of communication is to be there when we go into that. Now, obviously, one can think that when we work in this area, the ethical implications of emerging technologies are important. And that is why when we are developing among the student, the knowledge of futuristic technology, equally we have to take a responsibility to develop the ethics behind that. So AI algorithm, which really perpetuate the biases present in the data. Otherwise, even in the data, when we are doing the research, we find a lot of algorithms can be done as per our requirement. But AI will do a very good work into that. Privacy concerns will be there. And obviously, job displacements are possible. Now, coming to the futuristic technology in humanities and liberal arts. Of course, I have discussed history and economics as such, but let us go a little bit beyond into that how the futuristic technologies into humanities, liberal art, education, and innovative approach into that. augmented reality in literature and history. AR can bring literary world to life, allow students to interact with characters and setting in immersive ways. While teaching languages or even literature, the augmented reality can play very important role in the student. Nowadays, I know that many of the institutions are using for effective communication skills or vocabulary or grammar. You are using different language softwares in the language laboratory. But with the artificial intelligence, with the augmented reality, we can teach them on the aspect. AR can provide realistic reconstructions of historical events. And we can have a personalized learning. In art and music appreciation, the virtual reality allows students to step inside artwork, exploring from all angles and experiencing it in a new dimension. This is possible. See the picture also. So, in virtual reality, the art and music appreciation will be there. One can understand a deeper of art and music by allowing students to interact with the work and multi-sensory way. And obviously, it gives a creative expression in arts and music to explore students with its own artistic vision. And obviously, a collaborative learning is possible. See, in liberal arts, and even like courses like art and in music, we can use AR and VR like this aspect. The artificial intelligence can be used in philosophy and ethics. AI raises complex ethical questions regarding impact on society, justice, and human anatomy. AI challenges traditional philosophical concept, consciousness, free will, and the nature of reality. So the AI can definitely help us in the learning of the courses and developing the knowledge of philosophies and ethics among the students. So the knowledge of these all aspects are very important into that. Now, when we talk about robotics, see, dear professors, how much is the scope for the technology in different domains? Social robotics are there. Robotics research can explore how robots interact with human and impact social dynamics. The anthropologists and sociologists can study how humans perceive and respond to the robots in different cultural contexts. So, even robotics can be used as a potential to reshape labor market, social structure, and our own understanding what it means to the human. So, both the implications of the robotics are there in the courses like sociology. When we talk about environment, I have given you one example into that. After this slide, I'm going to take a 2-minute bio break. You can also take 2 to 3 minute bio break after this this particular slide, and then we'll have a last 1 hour discussion into that. Okay. So when we talk about a environment as such, the nanotechnology is going to have a better role in the environmental science. And now you know that environmental science has become a interdisciplinary science now. It's not restricted to science and technology, but economics want to know, sociologists wants to know, the management people want to know, the business and commerce people want to know the economics. So pollution remediations. So the nanomaterials can be used to clean up the pollutants in the air, water, and soil. We talk about sustainable energy. The nanotechnology can contribute to the development of renewable energy sources, reducing dependence on the fossil fuels. Nanotechnology can improve resource management by enabling efficient use of materials and reducing the waste. And the nanotechnology can provide advanced tool for environmental monitoring, allowing for better understanding of environmental challenges. Dear Professor, now see, as I told you, not only in the science and technology, but we have seen in commerce and business management, in subjects like, in discipline like, in faculty like economics, history, psychology, in arts and music, in literature, how this technology is going to be the use, how the futuristic technology is going to be there. So we'll just take a bio break for 3 to 4 minutes. We'll come back. Be connected. I'll just come. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
I hope you're all back to your places.
Yes, sir.
So, yeah, thank you. Thank you. Now, when we talk of this technology, now you can see the biotechnology in psychology and neurosciences. Brain mapping, neuroplasticity, mental health research, and cognitive enhancements. The future technology, the biotechnology is going to help us in the understanding the psychological part of the student, and not student, I mean in the domain of psychology and also in the neuroscience. It is going to play a vital role into that. And that's why the bio which go for detailed mapping of the brain, providing insight into the neural process and brain disorders. So biotechnology is going to understand how the brain adopts and changes in the response to the experiences, and doing a lot of mental health research. So biotechnology is not restricted to the only the food science or agricultural science or in a pharmaceutical science, but it has also got a very wide experience or rather application when you talk about psychology and neuroscience as such. We talk about quantum computing, and of course, those who are in the mathematics, you are the only, rather, these are the foundation. Mathematics is the foundation of all this. Whatever you talk about computing, quantum computing, it is the baby of the mathematics. So solving complex mathematical problems, including those in cryptography and number theory, all we can properly use this quantum computing in mathematics and logic. We can develop new approaches to logic and computation, including quantum logic and quantum algorithms, which many of my professors we have done recently PhD. If you review the papers, you'll find that a lot of work has been done in this particular area. And our students, of course, our students must be trained into these skills, and hence the art of revolution in the computer science is by enabling the more efficient computation by using the quantum computing. So this is the way in which we can find a technology which is being used. Now, Internet of Things in urban planning and geography. Many of you are nowadays using Google Map. The Google Map, to use the Google Map, you require internet. That is the internet. And that Internet of Things, your internet is connected to the geography, to the maps. That connect you, take you from your destination, from your origin to your destination. So Internet of Things for the geography students, they are being used in urban planning and geography. So the Internet of Things sensors can optimize traffic flow, reduces congestion, and improve the public transportation. You must have seen different places where there are boards are there, parking is full. How this parking is full? Because there's the Internet of Things which are being used into that. And those, I don't know how many of you have traveled abroad, there you will come to know that where the parking space is available. So this is all is a map of AI and Internet of this. Environmental monitoring. These sensors can monitor air and water quality, identify pollution service, and improve the environment sustainability. And even it can increase the energy efficiency of building, optimizing the building energy, reducing energy waste, and promoting sustainability. The Internet of Things, which uses the sensors, and there's the programmable chips are there, and of course, internet is required. Through that, proper management of the thing, planning can be done. These are the few examples which we use, and especially when we talk about geography. In the geography, it can be used for the smart traffic management, environmental monitoring, and energy efficiency. I've taken few slides on languages. Artificial intelligence and natural language processing. AI can always analyze vast amount of text and speeches data to understand the nuances of human language, and that enable machine to interpret meaning, context, and sentiment. I told you, I've given you the example of I'm going to market any phone as such, but all phone. It may be a Samsung phone, it may be Apple phone. Many phones have come out with AI, and you can translate that language, one language to another language. This is a personalized learning. AI can create personalized language learning experiences based upon the individual needs, strength, and weaknesses optimizing the learning efficiency. AI can do that. And there is of course, real-time translation is also available. You can content lot of creation. That a lot of creation can be done on the basis of this artificial intelligence. When we talk about virtual and augmented reality in language learning, VR creates immersive language learning environment where users can interact with virtual characters and setting, simulating real-world experiences. Now we take the example of any literature, any drama, or even very simple of effective communication skills. Therein, I can create a virtual environment that how I must be able to communicate so that virtual reality is possible. So language learning is possible with VR and AR. Augmented reality overlays digital information onto real world, making language learning interactive and providing real-time translation and context. That also you can do. Okay. And of course, when you go with different cultural changes, this acquisition of cultural changes during the languages is very important, and that is possible to learn languages with VR and AR. If I'm going to Germany, if I go to UK, if I go to Canada, if I go to different parts of the country, world, how is that people? What are the cultural differences are there? What are the gestures and postures? How the communication patterns are there, styles are there? This you can develop. So this is a huge amount of, and when I'm talking about not only going to the different countries, but even with working with the different cultures within the country. So this is how you can develop into that. The blockchain and decentralized language applications. See, my dear professor, sometime before, it is my appeal to all my professors, irrespective of discipline, you must have now seen by this time that this futuristic technology, how they are going to be useful to us. The blockchain provides a secure and transparent platform for storing and managing the language data, ensuring data integrity and privacy. Blockchain enables decentralized translation platform where users can contribute to translation and earn reward, fostering collaboration and accessibility. This is a possibility with the help of blockchain. Blockchain can provide the verifiable language certificates, enhancing credibility and authenticity of language proficiency. So, lot of even blockchain and decentralized technology can be done. Same is in smart home integration. The smart home system, they can enable hand-free languages, practicing the personal feedback. There are variable language trainers are there. Their contextual language learning is there. So, with the help of IoT, Internet of Things, you can use smart language device and you can get yourself, you can learn, you can see the progress and provide real feedback on your personalized learning processes. So this is how lot of application, even in the place of when we talk about futuristic aspect into that. Now, when we talk about data analysis for the geography student, and many of you are now those teachers teaching to the geography, data analysis skills, mapping and visualization, remote sensing, GIS software proficiency, and problem solving. These all because the using satellite images and the aerial photography to gather and analyze the spatial data. We use the remote sensing technology. We create maps and visualization to communicate the spatial data. And this is how we do with the futuristic profession of geospatial data analysis. So as a data analysis, we can work on solving the problems. It may be an environment problem, it may be any problem as related to the geography as such into area. So we can perfectly and precisely we can match into that. The geospatial mapping and visualization techniques. As I mentioned you, 3D visualization, data dashboard, geolocations, all this is a technology, my dear professors. So our students of geography, along with other students, must have a good knowledge of these aspects. Even satellite imagery and remote sensing. This also made a very significant way into this area. This also make in data acquisition, in image processing, in application. So this satellite which captures the image of the Earth's surface provide valuable information about land use, about vegetation, about environment change. And there are specialized software analysis which do this analysis of this satellite image and get the meaningful data which is used for taking so many decisions. So satellite imagery and remote sensing in geography is the new technology. That's why I told you that that's not only 9 technology, but there are another 10 to 15 technology total which are emerging in the future technology into that. So even we can think about the predictive analysis is also possible into that. Now, when we do all these things, my professors, we need to develop the future-oriented technology skills. Having this discussion, I have started from the basic fundamentals, then I shift up, then futuristic technologies, which are those technologies, then futuristic technology in related to the specific faculty of education, science and technology, business management and commerce, liberal arts, within that language, economics, history, so on and so on. Now, having known all this, definitely we get an idea about how the future of technology is there. But at the same time, now we have to focus on developing these digital skills among the students. Data literacy means understanding how to collect, analyze, and interpret data. These skills need to be developed. Digital communication in digital environment, including writing, presentation, collaboration, this is very important. Critical thinking and problem solving. Find innovative solutions with AI and VR to solve the problem. And for that, one need to go for a continuous learning, as I mentioned to you. So to get ourselves with the futuristic technology, these are very, very important. And that's why we have to thrive on the future of the world. You have to understand, as Dr. Anil Kakorkar sir, his book is there on futuristic technology. This is a report by Dr. Anil Kakorkar sir. I will not be completing this lecture without mentioning of the report by Honorable Dr. Anil Kakorkar sir. He has thrown light on the futuristic technology. This report identifies the key technological trends in AI and big data analytics, cloud computing and automation, and how it is going to impact on the industries, on the jobs, on the business, and what are the skills like adaptability, critical thinking, collaboration, and continuous learning, which is required for the future workplace. So my dear professor, if you have not come across, please read this report. It is freely available on the Google. Even on Google, if you go Futuristic Technology by Dr. Anil Kakodkar, you will get this document. You must read. It's very nicely mentioned into that. And when we talk about this, or whatever we discuss, the report also mentioned on AI, big analytics, cloud computing, and robotics into that. And as I mentioned to you, we need to adapt with that. We must be able to use this technology to solve the problem. Of course, where collaboration is very important. So,
audit.
please mute your mic. And hence, dear professors, we need to develop among our students the adaptability and lifelong learning. This ability, continuous skilling, upskilling, that need to be developed. And obviously, it requires a very critical analysis of the student, communication skill, empathy, thinking out of the box, whatever I said to you, generate new ideas, collaborate with the. Excuse me, will you please mute your mic? Will you please mute your mic? Will you please mute your mic? Please. And hence, we have to teach all the students to how do you going to analyze the data. So data analysis, visualization tool. Excuse me, will you please mute your mic? My sincere request to the delegates.
बाहेर आला तर
सर आपका माइक ऑन कीजिए सर ओनली. हेलो थेटे सर आप तुमचा माइक ऑन करा सर. ओके सर आता त्यांना सगळ्यांना म्यूट केलं सर मी. जेव्हा त्यांना आपण जेव्हा संपेल ना मग तेव्हा अनम्यूट करू सर.
Thank you so much. I'm very sorry because there are a lot of disturbance there. So we need to have these skills when we talk about the students on these particular area and develop them into the aspect of that. Sorry. Social implications of the futuristic technology is very important because many people say that there is a job won't be there, but no, there's a job displacement. Automation, AI could lead a job displacement in some sectors. Okay, so new technologies are there. It is crucial to consider ethical implementation of the emerging technology, as I said to you. And we have to go with a very collaborative aspect where it is vital to harness the futuristic technology for the benefit to all. We cannot say that we will not follow this because to have an equitable access to ensure that, that's why this technology is very essential. So there are societal implications into that. And hence, to develop integrating future technology in the higher education, the virtual learning reality and augmented reality can enhance learning experiences, provide immersive simulation, and foster hands-on experience. So we all teachers who are teaching is irrespective of any subject you are teaching, but if you use VR and AR, it will equally help you enhance the learning experiences to the student. It will have an analyzed large database which help us to provide student learning patterns and personalized education. Nowadays, there are learning management systems. If we use a big data analytics softwares where we can, if you integrate in your education institution, you will definitely find how the education can be more personalized. You will understand students' learning patterns. The artificial intelligence powered tools can assist each for grading, for personalized learning, for recommendation and student support. There are many software, many learning management system nowadays available in the institution, in the market, where AI tools are used in the education management, in learning experiences, is managing students' learning. I think we should go for that. And blockchain technology can ensure secure, transparent record keeping for educational credential and student data. We know that nowadays NID is there. We are going with academic bank of credit. So everyone will have that. This blockchain technology is going to use into that. Similarly, when we talk of institute in a college, we can go. Nowadays, I have seen that, yes, interactive displays are there, but they are very limited. So we need to go with smart boards. We need to go with visualizers, which will enhance student interaction. We must give them a very online and digital learning. A blended learning is very, very important for us. And not only that, we have to go with a adaptive assessments, personalized, technology-powered assessment that provide real-time feedback to student and teacher. So you can use AI when you go for. So integration of technology is possible when you go with the technology and using the technology as such. You all know that the skill development initiative by the Indian government, the Skill India Mission, is a comprehensive program to train youth in various vocational and entrepreneurial skills. Okay. Within that, the initiative to transform India into digitally empowered society and knowledge economy. And for that, our national education policy is there. So such type of interaction, such type of short-term course where we interact on the skills development, we need to work on this aspect. And obviously, there are challenges and even there are opportunities in implementing the futuristic technologies. Infrastructure gaps, I fully agree with you. Ensuring reliable internet connectivity and access to digital device in all schools and of course colleges. Even today, I find there was an internet problem. So there is a possibility. But yes, these are the challenge. Digital literacy, upskilling teachers and students, both, to effectively utilize technology of learning. Because AR, VR, blockchain, AI, whatever I mentioned to you, and obviously we have a scalable, developing and deploying technology-enabled learning at a larger scale is very important. And hence, I suggest that we should have a different strategies for upskilling the teachers. Providing regular workshops, online courses, and mentorship programs are very important. And as you did during COVID time, peer-to-peer learning. Encourage shared teachers to share best practices and collaborate on technology integration. And obviously, one look for rewarding and acknowledging teacher who excel in leveraging the technology in the classroom, because this all futuristic technology, whatever we are talking, if you have to teach it to the student, we require definitely technology in the school. And the success stories and the best practices which are being very successful, which are used in many schools as such. I'm not mentioning the name of school and colleges. Robotics and coding. then virtual reality experiments. They stimulate to help students visualize experiences, scientific concepts in a immersive way. They personalized learning chatbots. With 24/7 support and guidance, bridging the digital divide and skill requirement in digital literacy, you require lot. Yeah, there was some, I think, was a disconnection. Again, I am sharing my slide. Yeah. So we have to go with a very collaborative practices. My dear professor, there's a long way to go. There is a long way to go. When I'm saying doesn't mean only manufacturing industry. I mean to say business and industry. Research projects is for this issue. When we talk on this aspect, is really we have to go on taking a key aspect into that. The future, the integrating future technology in the skill development is crucial. And that's why we all have to empower ourselves. This is the conclusion for that. And that's why we should use the innovative practices in the institution as such. And of course, future technologies are continuously evolving. I told you about that. You must have a word about the vertical agriculture, vertical farming, we call them, is coming up. So lot of things are coming up in the technology. So we have to adapt ourselves. We have to go for new technology. And in conclusion, skill development and futuristic technology are inextricably linked, and our higher education institution must embrace the changes in invest in the workforce by adapting curriculum, integrating technology, and collaborate with industry partners. We can ensure that students are equipped with the skills, knowledge, and adaptability needed to thrive in the digital age. So friends, this is all, there's a lot of things to talk about that, but I thought let us give some time for the question and answer. So that's why I'm here. So please, you can now have, if you have questions, you can ask me a questions, or you can put in a chat box. If you have any questions, you can ask. I've given. Yes? No questions? I was expecting good number of questions. Yeah, please. Acha, you're unmute. Can you put in the chat box, please? Put in the chat box. Yes. His question is policymakers serious about this futuristic technology? Of course, as I told you, this future technology is already it is being in use. Whatever technology I made mention about to to all of you. This is being used. Of course, I think your question may be from the viewpoint of education, in education, if I am not wrong. Okay, right. So from education point of view, obviously, you know that Sarathi is one scheme. Many of you must have heard about Sarathi. Sarathi is going to make, it is already in process, and that will make you this platform available. Of course, for AR and VR technology, but artificial intelligence is being used. And there, obviously, one has to go for, because this technology nowadays are become very cheaper. Earlier, it was very costly. I'm looking from both the point of view. One, I'm talking from the education point of view, and second, from curriculum point of view, and third, from skilling the student. From skilling point of view, my appeal is that because since we are growing in this particular area, from its infrastructure point of view, you can interact with the industry. With the okay, and universities had made experiential learning and use of that. I know as a teacher, because I'm basically a teacher, I understand how it is difficult, but yes, we have to go on. Yes, good question. Yes, any more? Any more question, please? I know that you cannot ask verbally, you can put in the chat box. If no question, then may I request Dr. Professor or the coordinator for this session? I think Dr. Professor Shivaji sir is coordinating, if I am not wrong. If no question, any more questions, please, or else we can conclude. I've received good feedback about informative session. How we prepare our rural students for such a technology? Very good question, my friends. Two now very interesting questions are coming. First question is how we prepare our rural student for such a technology. My dear professors, again, number one, as I told you about guest lectures, internships, and very soon through Sarathi, artificial intelligence related learning will be prepared. That learning platform will be there where you can interact with you can interact anywhere. So obviously, Swayam NPTEL courses, which many of you do, must have done it. There also you'll get the input onto that. So don't worry about that. You will be there, and you can, through expert lecture, through industry, internship, we can do that. Second thing you mentioned about, can robot will replace teachers? One has asked this question. Okay, one teacher has asked this question. Can it be? My dear professor, please keep in mind, no one can replace the teacher. All these are for efficiency improvement. Whatever we talk about, productive improvement, robot will be there, which will be used for the demonstration in the laboratory, or if you want to show. So robot can be used where teacher or student need not have to put their efforts. So that is very importantly possible. Now, one question is that how can future technology connect with the social science, and is there any policy for the rural area for students like such as AI, ML, and technology? Of course, as I told you, the AI, ML technology, artificial intelligence, and machine learning, like economics, the social patterns are also going to be studied. Data analysis, the interpretation, because when we talk about sociology, when we have to study about the sociology on the different parameters, from the economics pattern, from their growth pattern, from their skill pattern, from their cultural pattern, all these things, our AI ML can help us to collect the data, and really important to do this learning. So in sociology also we can use this area where we can use for the research, we can use for the different processes into area. Very good question. One second, please. Hello. मी इथं प्रेसिडेंटच्या बोर्डरूम मध्ये. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. See, our traditional education, very good question has come. What will be the effect on traditional education of this technology? No. See, remember, when I did my engineering in 1984, I was not knowing X, Y, ABCD of the computer. ABCD. But today I am using AI ML. I am programming. Means to say that one has to go with a traditional education will not go. Traditional education will not go. We need to understand the meaning of traditional education. I mean to say that the concept, the facts, the concept, the principle, theories will remain. That what is going to change is the application. The work is going to change. And what we are doing, we are using technology only for the purpose that there is a accurate data, accurate decision making, fast decision making. Security is there. We can have a big data, and we can we can enhance the learning experiences. And very good question, the traditional education, you can use AI, augmented reality and virtual reality to bring your traditional education to understand the students. So it is possible. It is possible, and we can really do, and we can do many things to the students. So friends, really good things are available on the screen, means online. So you can do anything about it. Okay. Yes, good question. Any more? At the last, you have asked very good questions. I'm very happy. Many of you have given feedback also about the session. I thank you so much. It's not me. It is because of you. This session was good because you show interest. You have listened it carefully, and you find it important for your teaching profession. You find it that yes, you can talk to people, to the student, to the community. Very good. Very good. If no questions, I will hand over my talk to the moderator, Professor Shivaji or Dr. Afisar, whoever is there. We can conclude.
Okay, thank you, sir. Roll number 6.
Is okay, na, sir?
Yes, sir. Roll number 6. Roll number 2.
It's okay, sir. It's okay. I think people are not there. They might have left the group or might be having difficulty. So I think with the permission of the Human Resource Development Center, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Marathwada University, I thank first you all, Professor, being connected to this particular program, shown your interest. I hope this is useful to you. Thank you so much. Thanks to the HRDC, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Mathura University for giving me an opportunity. In between, there was some network issue. I'm sorry for the inconvenience. So thanks, Dr. Rafe sir. Thanks, Dr. Satish Patil sir, the director of HRDC. And thank you all. Bye-bye. See you. I will leave this session. Thank you. Bye-bye. See you. Bye.
Okay. Thank you, sir.